The indigenous Nauruans have inhabited the island for over 3,000 years. They are descended from a mixture of Micronesian, Melanesian, and Polynesian settlers who arrived in the Pacific centuries ago. Historically, the population organized itself into 12 matrilineal kinship groups, each led by a chief. These groups shaped the social, political, and cultural life of the island. Language, rituals, and traditional practices were central to identity, and knowledge was passed down through generations orally. Fishing, gardening, and the management of natural resources formed the foundation of daily life. Even as Nauru modernized, many indigenous Nauruans have continued to preserve these traditions, ensuring that the wisdom of their ancestors remains central to their identity. Community gatherings, ceremonial dances, and storytelling remain vital, reinforcing ties between families and maintaining a cultural continuity that stretches back millennia. The arrival of colonial powers in the 19th and 20th centuries dramatically altered the lives of indigenous Nauruans. German, British, and Australian administrations introduced phosphate mining, which became the island's main industry. While phosphate brought economic wealth, it also caused significant environmental degradation and disrupted traditional ways of life. Indigenous Nauruans found themselves navigating a rapidly changing society, balancing the preservation of culture with participation in a cash-based economy. Modern indigenous communities continue to maintain a strong sense of connection to the land, often living in close-knit neighborhoods and participating in social and cultural events that strengthen community identity. Housing for indigenous Nauruans varies, ranging from traditional family homes built with local materials to modern concrete structures. Despite rising costs, average property prices hover around $1,415 USD per square meter. The attachment to ancestral land and community networks often outweighs financial challenges. The Chinese community in Nauru first arrived in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, primarily as laborers for phosphate mining. Many eventually established businesses, from grocery stores and restaurants to service-based enterprises. Over time, they became a critical part of the island's economy, providing goods and services that supported both locals and other migrant communities. Beyond commerce, Chinese Nauruans contributed culturally, introducing festivals, culinary traditions, and social practices that remain visible today. Chinese New Year celebrations and other cultural events often attract participation from multiple communities, illustrating the integration and mutual respect that characterize life in Nauru. Many Chinese families have been on the island for generations, blending their heritage with Nauruan customs while maintaining distinct cultural identities. Housing within this community reflects both traditional and modern preferences, with multi-generational households being common. Economic success often enables families to invest in better housing, yet land limitations continue to present challenges. Pacific Islanders, particularly Fijians, Kiribatians, and Tuvaluans, began migrating to Nauru in the mid-20th century to take advantage of employment opportunities in phosphate mining and associated industries. These communities brought their languages, traditions, and family-oriented lifestyles, contributing significantly to the multicultural fabric of the island. Church gatherings, music, and dance have become avenues for cultural preservation and social cohesion among Pacific Islanders in Nauru. These communities often serve as support networks for new arrivals, helping migrants adapt to life on a small, resource-limited island. While daily life can be challenging due to limited infrastructure and high costs of imported goods, the sense of shared experience and cultural continuity helps sustain these communities. Pacific Islanders often live in close-knit neighborhoods, balancing traditional practices with participation in Nauru's broader economic and social life. Filipino migration to Nauru increased in the late 20th century, largely driven by employment opportunities in healthcare, education, hospitality, and other sectors. Filipinos quickly became integral to Nauru's workforce, and their communities established networks to support both professional development and cultural preservation. Filipino traditions, including religious practices, cuisine, and family-oriented celebrations, contribute vibrancy to the island's social landscape. Despite challenges such as the high cost of living and relative isolation, many Filipinos choose to remain long-term due to strong community connections, professional opportunities, and a slower, more peaceful lifestyle compared to urban centers in other countries. Filipino Nauruans also frequently serve as bridges between cultural communities, fostering understanding and integration while maintaining pride in their own heritage. Australians have historically played a role in Nauru's development, particularly during the administration of phosphate mining in the 20th century. They contributed to governance, education, and infrastructure development, leaving a lasting imprint on the island. Today, Australians living in Nauru continue to work in education, government, and business. They often face unique challenges adapting to the small island environment, including cultural differences, limited services, and geographic isolation. Despite these obstacles, many Australians are drawn to Nauru's slower pace of life, tight-knit communities, and the opportunity to engage in meaningful work within a multicultural society. Housing in Nauru reflects both the island's limited land and its economic realities. Traditional homes, built with local materials, coexist with modern concrete residences and apartment complexes. Land scarcity and environmental limitations influence construction, and residents often need to balance space, affordability, and comfort. With an average price of approximately $1,415 USD per square meter, housing represents a significant investment, yet many residents prioritize proximity to family and community over purely economic considerations. Living on Nauru also means navigating the challenges of limited utilities, dependence on imports, and the maintenance of older housing stock. Nonetheless, the sense of community and security often offsets these practical challenges, creating an environment where social cohesion is strong. People move to Nauru for a variety of reasons, from employment opportunities to familial ties and cultural connections. Indigenous Nauruans remain deeply attached to the land of their ancestors, while migrants from Asia and other Pacific islands are drawn by work prospects in key industries. For many, the island's natural beauty, including turquoise lagoons, coral reefs, and limestone cliffs, is an additional attraction. The slower pace of life allows residents to cultivate strong interpersonal relationships, foster close-knit communities, and enjoy a lifestyle that is difficult to replicate in larger urban centers. The multicultural environment also provides opportunities for cultural exchange, learning, and social enrichment. Life on Nauru comes with inherent challenges. Economic diversification is limited, access to healthcare and education can be constrained, and the island is vulnerable to the effects of climate change, including rising sea levels and extreme weather events. Imported goods are expensive, and environmental degradation from phosphate mining has left parts of the island unsuitable for agriculture or development. Yet, Nauruans and migrant communities alike exhibit remarkable adaptability and resilience. Social events, festivals, communal activities, and family gatherings play a vital role in mitigating these difficulties, fostering a sense of collective identity and mutual support. The social and cultural diversity of Nauru is one of its greatest strengths. Indigenous traditions provide a deep historical and spiritual connection, while Chinese entrepreneurship, Pacific Islander community networks, Filipino contributions, and Australian influence create a unique blend of cultures. Each community adds to the island's identity, offering lessons in adaptation, collaboration, and coexistence. The interweaving of cultures has produced a society that, despite its small size, is rich in history, human stories, and communal bonds. Nauru's story is one of endurance and resilience. From ancient settlers who shaped the land and social structure, to migrants seeking opportunity and building lives, each community contributes to the island's character. Despite challenges of limited resources, economic constraints, and geographic isolation, the people of Nauru demonstrate a remarkable capacity to adapt and thrive. Housing, daily life, and cultural preservation all reflect a balance between tradition and modernity, individual needs and community priorities. The island remains a testament to human ingenuity and cultural survival in one of the world's most remote corners. Life in Nauru may be geographically small, but socially and culturally, it is expansive. Indigenous Nauruans maintain millennia-old traditions, Chinese settlers contribute economic vitality, Pacific Islanders enrich social and cultural life, Filipinos strengthen the workforce and community bonds, and Australians provide historical context and professional expertise. Together, these communities form a society that exemplifies multicultural resilience and interconnectedness. Each day, residents navigate the challenges of island life while cultivating a sense of belonging, pride, and shared identity. Nauru invites exploration and reflection. It is an island where history and modernity converge, where cultural preservation meets adaptation, and where small communities achieve remarkable levels of cooperation and cohesion. For those who call it home, Nauru is more than an island. It is a vibrant tapestry of people, stories, and traditions, united by shared experiences and a collective commitment to life in one of the world's most unique and isolated places. If you enjoyed this exploration of Nauru, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth journeys into the world's most fascinating cultures and communities. Join us next time as we uncover the stories of resilience, identity, and human spirit from islands and countries across the globe.